My sister sold her house to fund her so-called freedom tour. My life? I built it brick by painful brick. A stable career, a cozy condo overlooking Lake Michigan, enough savings to sleep soundly at night. But nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared me for the day my parents called, expecting me to house my sister Melissa's entire family of 4 for free, indefinitely, after she sold her family's home for some wild freedom tour across America. It was like they decided my hard-earned sanctuary was just a spare room to be used. Growing up, responsibility was practically tattooed on my personality. Before I could even spell the word, I was meticulously tracking my allowance in a Lisa Frank notebook. By 13, I was babysitting, saving most of what I earned. Through high school, I worked at a local bookstore. In college, I waited tables while maintaining a scholarship. Every single penny had a purpose. After graduation, while my friends splurged on European adventures, I built my emergency fund, then saved for a down payment on my condo. My sister, Melissa? Oh, she was a whole other story. 2 years younger, she just floated through life on charm and impulse. Her room resembled a clothing explosion. Her homework materialized minutes before class. Her college fund drained midway, through sophomore year when she decided to follow a boyfriend to a music festival in another state. Yet somehow, her careless approach never seemed to yield consequences that stuck. Melissa is just finding herself, my mother would always say, writing another check to cover my sister's rent after she quit another job to pursue her passion, this time pottery. Before that, photography. Before that, yoga instructing. None of them lasted more than a few months. Meanwhile, our father would just shrug helplessly. She's got her mother's free spirit, the unspoken implication hanging in the air that I, by contrast, inherited his practical nature, portrayed as somehow less vibrant, less interesting. When Melissa met Rick at 25, our family breathed a collective sigh of relief. He seemed grounded, working as an electrician with a steady income. Their wedding was small but lovely, though I ended up covering half the cost when Melissa's elaborate plans wildly exceeded their budget. I told myself it was an investment in her stability. Maya came along a year later, followed by Tyler 2 years after. My niece and nephew became the absolute bright spots in our family gatherings. Smart, funny kids who somehow thrived despite the chaos that often surrounded my sister's household. I adored them fiercely, even setting up education funds for both, despite Melissa's eye-rolling about living in the moment. 3 years ago, when Melissa and Rick purchased a modest 3-bedroom home in the suburbs, I felt genuine happiness. Perhaps motherhood had finally anchored her. The house wasn't fancy, but it had a backyard for the kids and good schools nearby. For the first time, my sister seemed to embrace responsibility. "You should see Maya's room, Soph," she called excitedly, after they moved in. "We painted it purple just like she wanted, and Tyler's got space for all his dinosaurs." The pride in her voice made me so hopeful. My own life continued on its steady path. As a financial advisor, I helped others secure their futures while continuing to build mine. I dated occasionally, but hadn't met anyone worth rearranging my carefully constructed life for. My condo, a 2-bedroom with a home office overlooking Lake Michigan, became my sanctuary. Clean lines, organized spaces, everything in its place. Our family fell into a comfortable pattern. Sunday dinners at our parents' house every other week, birthday celebrations, holiday gatherings. But beneath the surface, old dynamics persisted. When Melissa needed last-minute childcare, I'd rearrange client meetings to help. When their refrigerator died, I loaned them money for a new one, knowing I'd likely never see it again. Full story on the channel. Link below, click now and watch what happened next.